Hello, this is Julian with Coffee Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing the Flatwoods Monster Natural Processed Ethiopia Koke from Brandywine Coffee Roasters. And there's the bag right there. Alright, and this coffee was featured in my blind taste test video, the Strange Coffees from Time and Space, which was the same Ethiopia in 3 different processing methods: washed, natural, and honey processed. And this week is going to be just a week of Brandywine content, so if you're a big fan of Brandywine or if you've been curious about Brandywine, then this should be a good week for you. Brandywine is a coffee roaster I haven't discussed as much as I would like to on this channel. Probably one of the most popular coffee roasters in the United States, and a place I could discuss in great depth for a long period of time. I'm very familiar with their coffee, been drinking them for a very long time. So let me get the details out of the way real quick so we can discuss this coffee specifically. It's brewed in my standard recipe 16.67 to 1 at 204 degrees Fahrenheit through the Chemex. And Brandywine as a whole kind of has a wider spectrum than a lot of American coffee roasters. So this one is on the more light medium side, but they can go lighter, they can go darker. I'm happy with calling it a light medium American though for this coffee specifically. This right here is day 17 of this coffee, and let's start discussing the coffee itself. So of course day 10 was the blind taste test day, and it was a pretty strong cherry forward finish with a bit of some chocolate and some darker fruits. It was by far the most fruity of the 3 coffees I had had on that table. Made it very easy to pick out this coffee. Day 11, chocolate was definitely a little bit more notable with some cherry. It was a softer and sweeter cherry, which was a nice break from so many of the other cherry flavored coffees, specifically the anaerobics I had recently. Here's where things got really good. Even though this coffee finished last on that blind taste test day, this coffee got so much better as it aged. Day 15, it took a very distinct turn, became pretty red fruit forward at the start, but it was finishing off a little bit more tea-like with some dark chocolate and some hint of stone fruit. Stone fruit was common in all 3 of these Ethiopias, and I love the flavor of stone fruit in these coffees. Very nice. And then day 16 was the best day of the coffee. Stone fruit a bit more prominent with a red fruit, what I would kind of describe as a watermelon or cherry Jolly Rancher. A much sweeter red flavor, which was very enjoyable. Finishing off with a semi-bitter dark chocolate. And on day 17, the fleshy fruits are again pretty prominent. Red fruits a little more tapered off, but nice chocolate, pretty well-rounded cup of coffee on this final day. Those fleshy fruits in this Ethiopia just as a whole are really nice. That's massive credit to Brandywine for how well it's been done on all 3 of those coffees. Alright, let me go ahead and put up the tasting wheel right now so you can see what I was getting. And the thing that will jump out is the berry fruit. Technically, watermelon is a berry fruit, and I've been enjoying watermelon taste in a couple of coffees recently, which is always great. Stone fruit, I put it at 3, could have been higher on this day. I might have put it at a 4. Some nice florals. Pretty clean cup of coffee for being a natural. The other 2 coffees I feel like were both a little cleaner. Sweetness could have been higher. I feel like on this day specifically, things could have been a little higher. I believe I made this tasting wheel on day 15, which wasn't quite as vibrant and fruity as it is right now on day 17. This coffee seems to be aging really well, and it's kind of unfortunate it's such a small bag because I'm curious to see how this coffee would have turned out in a couple more days, given that it's been getting a lot better as it has aged. So who would I suggest this coffee to specifically? You know, I think that I've been kind of bad-mouthing cherry flavor notes in coffees recently because I haven't been enjoying them. But that's to say that I think it's been a very distinct kind of alcoholic cherry flavor note. Whereas if you're looking for something a little sweeter, I adore cherries, and this is a sweeter cherry and it's a nicer cherry. If you do enjoy some sweeter red fruits, this coffee is great for you. And kind of comparing it in line with those other couple coffees that was released in the same box, I mean, it's definitely the most fruity, and it's a very enjoyable fruity. There's a lot to pick out from this coffee, and Brandywine is very versatile. They changed quite a bit from the first day, day 10, to now day 17. So many different flavor profiles in this coffee made it a very enjoyable experience. But I'm going to leave it at that, and if you've tried Brandywine, if you're familiar with Brandywine, if you enjoy Brandywine, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of them. If by chance you've tried this coffee, let me know what you think of this coffee as well. If you're enjoying the content, give this video a like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. This right here has been a review of the Flatwoods Monster Natural Processed Ethiopia Koke from Brandywine Coffee Roasters. Thank you for watching.